Dear Diary, it's been a while. This is Lisa Russick, if you forgot who I was. And I just recently reread the last journal entry I wrote in you, Dear Diary. And I was talking about the podcast We're All Psychic, and how I had a lot on my mind, and it was good stuff, and I have a lot on my mind again. So I thought I'd turn to my Dear Diary. Most of it is about psychic stuff, the energy, and how things changed since that last diary entry. And especially with my relationships. Interestingly, my career too, a little bit, in regards to the podcast We're All Psychic. Right now, it is a beautiful Friday morning. Unfortunately, that means landscaping. So the windows are closed, diary. And the cats, Gandalf and Einstein, are very sad, but they're looking out the window, just wishing that lawn man would go away. It is May 30th, 2024, and let's see. It is 10:24, according to my analog clock and my computer clock. Well, that never happens. Now, the clock I got from my parents says it's 6:10. But that clock, it just doesn't keep very good time, and I got tired of readjusting it. Sometimes I put it a couple hours ahead and just wait and see when it catches up, slows down and catches up, if that makes sense. That kind of makes sense with energy work too, diary. Slow down and catch up, slow down and catch up and slow down. Well, the relationship I wrote about in my last diary, my last romantic relationship, didn't work out. And just too different of people, I think. And lots more, of course. And I was very angry. But now I'm not. And I think it's because a lot of my life path is, and I think I talked about this on the podcast. If you're listening, I mean reading. I think one of the reasons I have come back to life on Earth, or life in general, into the time dimension, is because I want to know what this romantic love's all about. I've never pinned it down in this lifetime, so maybe that's why I'm doing it and working on it so much. And sometimes I think about it a lot. So now I'm seeing someone in Nashville sometimes, and he's a great guy. But yet again, I have a lot of anger, diary. I have a lot of anger about relationships and love, and I have to sort that out. And we've talked about that on the podcast too, and all the healers, they help me with that. And anger goes away for a while, and I work with it, and then I get really angry again. But I have justified reasons, so maybe I go over the top sometimes. But, I think something, if I need to really write about anything, it's about Misty and the good news with the podcast, because they're intertwined. Misty hasn't been on the podcast in months. So we had a falling out, diary. Don't want to talk about it, really. I can remember what the falling out is about. I would love to read this diary someday and totally forget what it was. So she told me, well, first of all, we got together. And, well, first we had a video chat, and we did not talk about the fight. We had news to talk over, which I will get to, diary. But instead, we just got together last Sunday and didn't talk about our problem that we had. Instead, we just talked like we always had and just hung out like we always had and did a lot of stuff we've always done. Misty is going to teach the children someday, and if she isn't already, she's teaching hers, that's for sure, and her friends' kids, she teaches them. But so she was here, diary, and some very funny things happened, of course, like they always do when Misty's around. And we made up, but we just didn't talk about it. We just missed you, miss you, love you, love you. Let's put it behind us without saying it. So We just kind of know that we need to get past it. Because we love each other and we're friends, and that's what friends do. We get past shit. Right, Diary? I've been playing music again a lot, too. And I have really just loved it. And I love playing my keyboard piano. It's like a digital piano. I love playing my guitar, and I love playing bass with other people, especially the guy I'm seeing in Nashville sometimes. And I love doing live sound. I've gotten a chance to do some live sound recently, just kind of playing around, and that's been really fun. I would love to do that again. That'd be fun. Yeah, I thought about doing it as a career, Diary, because I would love to move to Nashville, but I can't find any way to get there money-wise. I've asked a lot of people for help, but as you know, when I ask for help, I don't get it usually. So, I haven't gotten any help to move to Nashville. So I am trying to figure out if that's the right direction for me anyway. My parents are older and they need my help, and I'm trying to help them. I am kind of at a crossroads right now with where I'm going to live, and I believe when that last entry I wrote in my diary, I was looking for my home, and that's what I was trying to manifest. I still haven't found it, my home. Nashville feels like a home when I'm there, but could it be the people I'm with? I don't know. And then I think about Gulf Shores. There's Gulf Shores or Orange Beach. Wow, living by the beach. Freaky-ish. Freaky-ish. And being just walking out on the ocean and sand and oh my goodness, fantasies. But you know, like in Nashville, the city is amazing and there's all kinds of things to do and there's a show every night. I don't have the money to live in Nashville because every night there's a show. Couldn't afford it. And my new boyfriend, well, he's not really new, I guess it's 3 months. He's writing a theme song diary, and guess what this theme song is for? So there is a TV network called Ethereal TV, and they are I think they're in their kind of beta stage right now, and they invited We're All Psychic to post or to have 4 episodes on their channel a month. And so when Misty was here, we had already discussed that in our video chat, and she said, yes, I want to do that. I can't do this without Misty. I want to do this with Misty. She way back when, Sam, my guide, Morgana, my guide, they wouldn't tell me where we were headed with the podcast. And Misty kept saying ICTV. And Ethereal TV broadcasts on Hulu and Roku, I think. And so we will be on those streaming services in the next month or two, I guess. And that's why Misty was here. We were recording our first episode. So this is just great, Diary. And I'm so excited for the opportunity to get to interview even more people and get kind of a cross audience, hopefully, between the We're All Psychic fans who listen to this podcast. Our podcast, I mean, this diary. I mean, what do I mean, Diary? Well, you know, hopefully they will go to Ethereal TV to see Mystique because that's where she's going to be. And she doesn't really have the time to do all the many podcasts that line up sometimes. And she's going to be the special part of that Ethereal TV, these episodes that we will have just for that station. And I am so excited. It's something totally new I've never done. And I do get to do all my production, which I love production. And everybody knows that, right, Diary? You do. You've been with me all the way through every audio and every video project I've ever done. Diary, you have been there for everything. And by diary, I mean microphone. There's microphones everywhere in my life. I have microphones coming out of my imaginary everything. I just love microphones. I sit there on not Garage, on GarageBand with microphones, but I sit there and just go to Guitar Center app. I don't got no money. And I just look at the microphones. Oh, look at those pretty microphones. However, this is a very good microphone. If, you know, Diary, if I were to recommend a microphone to any podcasters, I would say get those Yeti Blue or Blue Yeti mics. This one has a cardioid pattern on it, and it has lots of, if you look for one, this one has patterns on it, and there's lots of different Yeti Blues or Blue Yetis, and I have two of the same kind. That's how much I like it. And it just sounds great, and Jennifer Love's the one who told me about it. And I was like, wow, you sound great, Jennifer Love. So, Diary, you know I love some microphones, so I will, I don't use but these on the podcast, but recording the theme song with Eric has been really cool. He has this great stuff lined already recorded, and hopefully sometime we'll finish it before the month's over so I can add it to these awesome episodes we're going to have on Ethereal TV. I'm so excited, Diary, and life can be a struggle a lot of times, and I'm having a lot of financial troubles right now. Who isn't? The economy. Oh my goodness, Diary. I haven't even talked about that. Don't want to, honestly. It's inflation time. Anyway, Diary, I'm getting a headache from the lawn people because they're really, really close to my head. I might write in you a little later. Right now, oh my goodness, Mao. Diary, I love you and thank you for always being there. And if you were like, if I were to say anything to those people who listen to the podcast, and hopefully will can tune into Ethereal and listen, I would say, man, you are awesome. You rock. You are the best. And even if you don't, you're awesome and you're the best. And of course, lastly, I want to thank my sponsor, Everclear. I have to get really close to the mic because of the sound outside. Weed whackers. I'd like to thank my sponsor, Everclear. Everclear is an advice app where you can get advice from psychics and empaths to create the life you deserve because you get clarity. Yes. I know it sounds better usually, but telling you, this is like frazzling my brain with this little, I'm an advisor on Everclear under the name Lisa P, Leesap. Check out our website, www.wearhousepsychic.com. And hey, why am I writing this in my diary? I don't know, it's just habit. Habit, because you're my microphone diary. Goodbye.